what's what and what's right in MMA is sometimes requires some pretty deep level of investigative work. For example, and we fiercely adhere to whatever rules we make up as we go. I understand those things, but the heavyweight class. Joe Rogan talked about the heavyweight class and how helpful Gable Steveson specifically could be to the heavyweight class because it's very thin right now. That's true. And then as a wrestler, I can see it as even thinner because we do not have a single NCAA champion under contract. Now I'm using, in fact, here, let's back off of that. We don't have a single NCAA All-American under contract. Generally, we would have world team members and Olympians. We would have world medalists and Olympic medalists. Generally, we would have Olympic champions. We do not even have an All-American. And the night Stipe retired is the night that the last heavyweight who participated in the NCAA tournament, the heavyweight class, was there. Now, at long last, Josh has arrived. So everything's going to be fine, but getting Josh his run, getting him his time, I think he can fast track it better than anybody. I just want to bring it to your attention that trying to guess what's going to happen at heavyweight is very hard to do. Big fight. Well, Ciryl Gane, Tom Aspinall. That's a big fight. Big fights aren't just opinion. Big fights can do certain things. They can get people talking. They can capture headlines. They can, in the world of social media, be effective with the kids refer to as engagement. The thumbs up, the thumbs down, the back and forth. Your mama said this guy sucks. I know he's going to win. They've got a common opponent. It was easy for fighter A and it was difficult for fighter B. And I'm just sharing, like, you don't get to come out and tell me what big fights are. And a number of people have. I refer to those people as dum-dums. But I refer to a lot of those people as broke. Because they will actually come out and promote and get involved in a space thinking that there's fight fans and thinking that it's easy. When the truth on promotion isn't the bells and the lights, the truth is the storytelling. And there's not a lot of great stories at heavyweight, so let's go ahead and look at what could be. Because this entire Alex Pereira moving up to heavyweight to challenge Jon Jones, we've had enough time to shoot that down. If the plan was to shoot that down, we've had enough time to shoot that down. Oh, and by the way, I think Ciryl Gane and Tom Aspinall, while that was the worst selling pay-per-view of 2025. Now, they had a couple of things working against it. By example, the pay-per-view started in Oregon. In Westland, Oregon, where I live, the main card started at 11 a.m. So there was some stuff against it. But it was also a very underwhelming fight. It was just not a fight that people were very interested in. But they are now. Right now, we got to see these guys. And now you got Tom Aspinall's all upset. We've never seen an angry Tom Aspinall. I think that is interesting. But whatever's wrong with Thomas, somebody's at fault. And Tom has chose to blame Ciryl. Like, that's a big deal. But if we agree that that's a big deal, and we do, and we agree that we are going to reserve Tom and Ciryl and the Undisputed Championship for each other, we do have to come back and give a look at this Jon Jones, Alex Pereira business. Now, Alex Pereira qualifies for a world title right now. Forget about what the rankings say, or forget about getting anyone's opinion, forget about kissing ass or knowing the right manager. Alex Pereira qualifies for the world championship right now because he is the world champion right now. But there's a little bit of bad news, which is that fight would likely bring him in to an opponent that he doesn't have a huge interest in taking on. So What do you do? Like that could be a really hard fight. That could be a really fun fight. That could be a fight that surprises all of us. None of those words matter going into a fight. If you don't have a fight that we ahead of time have an anticipation for, you don't have anything. So I just come back to that. What do you want to do? Do you want to have Alex defend that belt? Do you want Alex to relinquish that belt and start playing around at heavyweight? If Alex plays around at heavyweight, does he definitely need to relinquish that belt? If Alex plays at heavyweight, should it be exclusively with Jon Jones? How long can Tom Aspinall be hurt before they strip him? Or, and that's very cold, I don't like talking about that, but less cold is to interim the belt. It would be a little bit weird to have Jon Jones, who's the champion of the world, in a fight that isn't a world title fight. Very easy to explain. Well, I'm just not fighting in my weight class. Very easy to explain. A little weird, you know. What do you say to Carlos? And so you make it for a belt. You bring it up and it's 205. You got Jon Jones and Alex Pereira and Pierre. Do you do the BMF? Probably not. But do you do an interim heavyweight title fight? Yeah, sure you do. If you're going to have those two knuckleheads and they're going to fight, and they're going to fight on top of the bill, which is a main event spot, they got to be fighting for something. And a little bit of prestige and a little bit of money just isn't it. And it is very interesting if it was an interim title shot. Sure it is. That would make champ. I don't care what you put in front of the belt as much as you guys do. I mean, I know featherweight, lightweight, middleweight. I know those words matter to you. I care what comes after the belt. World champion. Undisputed world champion. Interim world champion. BMF champion. And I think that is one way to skin that cat, because I don't want Oberg getting held up, by the way. Carlos Oberg has done nothing wrong. He is absolutely becoming a victim in this situation, but he hasn't done anything wrong, and he doesn't deserve to be a victim. So let's just get these guys together. Let's figure out, first and foremost, do we agree that Oberg is getting a world title shot? Great. Do we agree that Pierre is the one giving it to him? Because if we get stuck right there, we're going to have to make a tough decision right there. But making that tough decision is going to make our next decisions a lot easier.